Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching from. This here again is Jacqueline Kinoti, your transformational life coach. So today I'll be talking about how unresolved childhood trauma shows up or looks like in adulthood. And one of the ways that you can know if you have unresolved childhood trauma is chronic people pleasing. So many people even don't know if they are people pleasers. Or you may ask yourself, where does this people pleasing behavior stems from? And I will say today that it stems from childhood, where a child is doing the things that the caregiver wants them to do, irrespective of how they are feeling. Or maybe where the caregiver tells the child they have to do 1, 2, and 3 so that they can get 1, 2, and 3. And so they learn in order to feel loved, in order to feel or in order to belong, then I have to do what these other people want me to do. And that's why you see in adulthood, maybe in order to belong to a certain class, you have to do what those people are doing, irrespective if it is hurting you or if it is against your values. So you need to understand why you do what you do. It has something that factors that are influencing it, and that is why you need to dig deeper to ask yourself where this behavior begin from. Another one is lack of boundaries. If your boundaries were violated as a child, you are not able to maintain the boundaries even right now. When you have no boundaries, it means people are going to do whatever they want because you have not shown them the limits, to which limit that you can allow. If you have no boundaries, people are going to treat you the way they want. I usually say that you're the one who is supposed to teach people how they shouldn't treat you. If you treat yourself in a healed manner, then that is the message that you're sending out there on how people should treat you. So you need to have health boundaries. And if you don't have health boundaries to do things that maybe later you can't regret, maybe they are paining you, or you're getting that resentment, then you know you have unsolved issues that you need to address. Another one is fear of abandonment and rejection. So where does this come from? When a child has been rejected or abandoned by their caregiver, when a child is abandoned or maybe they are left without maybe communication, they feel that maybe there is something wrong with them. Or maybe when a child is rejected, you can reject a child when maybe she comes to you or he comes to you and tells you they want to speak to you and you have no time for them, like you treat them like they don't exist. So when this child becomes an adult, then they have this fear of rejection. If maybe they want to get in the relationship, they always have that fear that perhaps maybe this person might abandon me, or maybe when the spouse comes late and they feel that maybe they might reject them. So the another one is the betrayal of one own needs. When you have unsolved childhood trauma, sometimes you are going to suppress your own needs so that you can put other people first. Sometimes people say it is helping others, or when you take care of your needs, it's like you're being selfish. But I usually say that you can't give from an empty cup. When you give from an empty cup, then you're going to be resentful, you're going to feel some pain, you're going to feel uncomfortable. So before you fill other people's cup, then you need to fill your cup first. So when you're doing that, when you are always there for people, and the time that you need that kind of help, they are no longer there, then you need to strategize, you need to evaluate what is really going on. Another one is procrastination. When a child has been exposed to so much criticism, or no matter what they do, they are not appreciated, they are always pushed to do something, like you have to do 1, 2, and 3, no matter what they do, or they always seem to be some questioning, some criticism. And so when this child grows up to an adult, they're able maybe to accomplish anything because they feel maybe they are not that perfect. They feel they are also, if they do that, maybe they'll fail. They'll fail because there is that inner talk that keeps on, or inner criticism that keeps on criticizing what they are doing. So when you're experiencing such kind of this, then you need to know that is one of the way that you have unresolved trauma, or that is one of the way to identify that to show that you have unresolved trauma. Another one is controlling. I should say a person that controls another person is a person who has been controlled in the past. Those people say that they are narcissistic, they are controlling. I usually say a person who is controlling is a person who is insecure deep inside them. Because how else will they be in power if they don't take control? Because that is how they have been taught. That is how it was done to them. So when a child grows up and maybe they can give us so much controlling, they learn that, or they get programmed that this is how things have to be done. I have to control this person so that they can do according to what I want. And so it is going to understand that controlling behavior, where it stems from. And when you see yourself, you are that person who is controlling, you want people to do things according to the way you want, then you have some issues that you need to address. Another one is relationship struggles. Many people say that they keep on attracting people who are emotionally unavailable. But if you keep on attracting those people who are controlling, who are emotionally unavailable, it means that part of you inside you that is still unavailable to you. And so you need to ask yourself, what is really going on? You need to identify the pattern. Why do I keep attracting this kind of people? Sometimes it is not the people. You need to ask yourself, what is inside of me that is making these people get attracted to me? So you need to understand if you're facing relationship struggles, because how to form relationship is formed in childhood. How you saw your caregivers relating is how you understand the relationship should be. And so you need to go back to the foundation. I usually say that if how you are today is not working to how you want, and go to the foundation and understand how was the foundation built. Another one is emotional outburst. If you're experiencing anger issues, maybe there is that uncontrollable crying or the emotional outburst. I usually say when you have pain that is buried, when you have emotion that you have suppressed and you have not dealt with, when you are triggered, or maybe someone does something that reminds you of something, then you get into shouting. Maybe you yell at your children, maybe you yell at your spouse. Then you need to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Where did it start from? And so you can able to resolve it. Another one is physical and mental illnesses. There are those people that have physical illnesses. You have gone to various hospitals. They say there is no problem, and yet you're suffering. And or maybe the mental health issues, the depression and or anxiety and all that. And so, as I've said earlier, that if you have pain that you have been pending, you have emotions that you have not addressed, now because of you have suppressed them deep inside you, then they'll start appearing as physical illnesses or mental health issues. You start having maybe throat issues, you start having pain issues, you start having knee problems, because maybe, for example, you are not able to make a step there. There is a situation maybe you are in that you can't make a decision. You are ready to making that decision. Then you start experiencing maybe any problem. Maybe you have no financial support. You start experiencing backache problem. Maybe you are not able to express yourself and to show up for yourself. You just, when you are acting, you just keep saying, and then you'll get throat issues because you're not able to express yourself. So that's as some of the ways that if you're not addressing the pain, or maybe you've gone to various hospitals and no diagnosis, then understand that maybe you have unsolved traumas that you need to address. Another one is financial issues. When I talk about money problem, money wounds, how was money handled in the family where you grew up? What emotions comes about when you think about money? When you have money, there is no money, what comes into your mind? What emotions that arises when you talk about money? So when you are experiencing financial issues, understand how you relate. You need to understand the relationship you have with money. And because the relationship you have with money will determine whether you're going to attract it or you are going to repel it. So you need to understand all these issues, how you view life is influenced by how you're programmed, and you need to understand what programmed you. And most of the programming takes place between 0 to 7 years of age. So it's very important to understand and go to the foundation and understand how was this foundation built. And maybe if you need help, you can contact me. As I told you in earlier videos, that I run coaching programs on those kind of issues. So it's very important to understand what you're going through has been influenced by various factors that you need to consider, because the foundation that was built on you will determine if your undertone is successful, or if your undertone has some failures, or has some weaknesses, or has some struggles. So I usually say there is no situation that is hopeless. You can turn around your life so long as you make the conscious decision to do that. Thank you. That's for today. See you in the next video.